Let's find out the meaning and history of Hangul. King Sejong, who created Hangul, led the golden age of Joseon's culture. He made outstanding achievements in science, astronomy, music, military, and everything else. Why did King Sejong create Hangul? Before Hangul was created, Koreans usually wrote in Chinese characters. However, Chinese is fundamentally different from Korean, and it is difficult to learn. So, before Hangul was invented, most Koreans don't know how to read or write. King Sejong created new characters that people could learn easily. In Hunminjeongeum, Jung In-ji said, "A wise man can know letters before the morning passes, and even a foolish person can know in 10 days. The original name of the Korean alphabet is Hunminjeongeum, which means the right word to teach the people. Hangul was created in 4043, but the official text of the Joseon dynasty was Chinese characters. Chinese characters played the same role as Western Latin in East Asia. The ruling class of Joseon believed that only Chinese characters were the writing system of civilized countries. The ruling class of Joseon rarely used Hangul. Most of the time, women, low-class people, and nobilists use it. Hangul was adopted as an official letter in 1894. However, Korea soon became a Japanese colony, and Hangul and Korean were in crisis in Japanese colonial era. Many people tried to protect the Korean language. Once almost gone, Korean has become the language that people of various nationalities, due to the influence of Korean wave such as K-pop, Korean dramas, and movies. Knowing the principle of creating Hangul makes you understand Korean culture deeply and learn Hangul easily. The principles of the creation of Hangul were kept secret for 500 years until Hunminjeongeum was discovered. These are Korean consonants and vowels. What do you think the shape of the letter resembles? Some claim that Hangul is a character modeled after a Parsapar character made in Mongolia. Some claim that Hangul was modeled after a bar. So, how was Hangul made? Sejong analyzed and studied human speech sounds based on the logic of yin-yang and the linguistic achievements accumulated up to the time. And he made a new character, Hangul, that we can see the sound. Hangul is a combination of philosophy and science. Yin and yang are two opposing energies. Their related properties are called yang, and the night-related properties are called yin. Yin is static and passive, while yang is dynamic and active. Hangul was created according to the philosophical principles of yin-yang wuxing. Vowels are sounds that come directly from the throat. Vowels can be pronounced alone without consonants. Here are 3 basic vowels. What do you think these vowels resemble? 아래아 represents yen, sky. Horizontal stroke 으 represents yin, ground. Vertical stroke 이 represents a natural mediator, a man. The basic vowels of Hangul were created based on the principles of yin and yang. Combination of 아래아, 으, 이 creates vowels. 아, 어, 오, 우, 야, 여, 요, 유. Korean vowels are divided into positive vowels and negative vowels. The letters that represent the positive vowels resemble the shape of the sun rising. The letters that represent the negative vowels resemble the shape of the sun setting. The shape of 아래아 letter turn into a stroke. In modern Korean, the monophthongs are 이, 아, 어, 으, 오, 우, 에. Diphthong is a combination of 2 monophthongs. The 5 basic consonants were created after the shape or movement of the vocal organs. G, the root of the tongue has blocked the throat. N, the tip of the tongue touches the upper gums. M, the shape of the lips. S, the shape of the tooth. U, the shape of the throat. Similar sounds pronounced at the same articulation point are represented by the letters of similar shape. G, G, K. N, D, D, T, L. M, B, B, P. S, S, Z, Z, Ch. E, H. The consonant system of Hangul reflects the linguistic achievements of mankind accumulated to that time. Knowing basic consonants makes it easy to learn other consonants that represent similar sounds. Hangul is a phonemic character composed of consonants and vowels, but letters are written in syllables. A syllable must have a vowel. In Hangul, one letter represents one syllable. When writing Korean in letters, it must be written in syllables with consonant and vowel. Vowels can sound alone without consonants, but when writing vowels in letters, you have to write ing before or above the vowel. There is no sound in the initial consonant ing. The final consonant could exist or not. The final consonant is always written at the bottom of the letter. When there is no final consonant, no letters are written on that place. There are 18 initial consonants and 7 final consonants in Korean. Up, uk, ut, A total of 27 letters are used as the final consonant, but in Korean only 7 are pronounced as the final consonant. In the early stages of studying Hangul, learn the 7 letters that are often used first. 8 out of 27 final consonants are used 95% or more. Korean consonants and vowels represent one letter for one sound. And to make letters, combine consonants and vowels. Therefore, if you know the Korean consonants and vowels, you can read all the letters written in Korean. Consonants and vowels can be learned easily, but it takes practice to read and write Hangul quickly and correctly.